Alright, so with Omega being back finally, I didn't summon or buy any copies of him, but I thought it would be funny to try out a GT bosses run versus BULMA. Yeah, because of course everyone's sealed. We just got to worry about rainbow orbs. Okay. We should have got enough in the first turn here that will be good going forwards. Like the next turn we only have to get a few to make sure we actually finish the second one. The problem is going to be the supers phase, because I mean the STR 17s do additionals and they're in slot 7, so they should be on the next turn. As in, well, the next turn after this, the next phase, I should say. Oh, good. I was going to say, we really need some more rainbow orbs to spawn in, otherwise it's going to be a bit sketchy. Now, the funny thing is about this team is obviously the GT Bosses team has always been a meme because it's not very good. But it's also always kind of been a meme because so many characters lower attack. And obviously in a lot of these Peppy Gale stages, you can apply the status effects. And then especially when we get to the end, if we get the STR BULMA, as much as she can be tricky, she can be stunned, sealed, attack lowered, all this stuff. So I probably need to keep them around just so that we can actually get the extra supers with them again, like on another turn. I mean, Sin does do extra supers as well if you get enough orbs, which annoyingly we won't on this turn, but well, Omega didn't do any. Oh god. It could just be immediately GG. Yeah, Sin needs 7 orbs, which... I can literally picture in my head it's just them just doing a bunch of additional normals, but... yeah, they did 2 additional normals on this turn. Well. So... throw these guys on there. We lost our friend. We've got to use this random 85% friend Omega. Like, what is this? Why do these friend units exist? Yeah, guaranteed additional versus debuffed enemies for Cell and Frieza, so it probably just makes sense to use them. We just need as many, like, characters that will actually be getting the additionals as possible. But that's the thing, we've talked about this before when it comes to the BULMA event, is like some teams, the only options you have for orb changers or characters that will do multiple additionals are characters who aren't that good. So then you beat those first 2 phases, get to the last part where it becomes a little bit harder, and then those units are like a massive liability. plenty of rainbow orbs this time. I don't know if it's close enough for a new Battlefield LR. I mean, yeah, Frieza and Cell were the last one, weren't they? So how long ago were they? It's quite a while now. Okay. So yeah, if we want the additionals, then we need to do this. Or the potential for the additionals, I guess I should say. Alright, well, at least everyone got a super. So we only need one person. As long as everyone gets enough key to actually super, it means we only need to get one additional super on the turn. And then we'll get the 4. I think we didn't do the rotations quite as well as I could have, though, because we're going to end up with Sin and Cell and Frieza on the same turn. Although with the 17s here, I mean, as long as they don't, because they should hopefully get at least one additional super. Although, do they get a guaranteed additional super if it's a super class enemy, or do they just get a chance to do an extra attack? Because they get something against a super class enemy when it comes to getting extra attacks, but I can't remember if it's a guaranteed additional super or if it's just an attack that has a chance to be a super, because obviously that comes in clutch. Okay. So, I mean, this turn we don't really need to worry. As long as we can get 7 orbs for Sin, we don't need to worry about additionals. But cool. Alright. So this should be fine. It's just crazy, like, with the Battlefield currency, the fact that, like, and the fact that they don't add the extra copies in straight away. Like, this is the thing with Battlefield LRs, we talked about it before in the past, I know, but, like, even when they first come out, they wouldn't be, like, game-breaking if you could rainbow them straight away. And the thing is, for most people, like, depending on how much Battlefield currency you have and how much you get, you probably wouldn't necessarily be able to buy all the copies straight away anyway. But the fact that they stagger the release of all the copies in the shop, so that it takes so long to be able to get all the copies, by the time you actually can rainbow them, like, half of them just aren't... I mean, some of them, like, because I know with the private server, people can do rainbow showcases as soon as the unit comes out. Sometimes the units, as soon as they come out, aren't even that great at rainbow. But then you have to wait, like, how long does it normally take? Like 8 months plus, 9 months, almost a year, potentially, until you can actually rainbow the unit. Which is just crazy. They definitely, I think, need to rethink the way they do the Battlefield LRs, but... Okay. Oh, and we can get... Okay, good. Okay, this is working out relatively well, because everyone on the turn got a super, so we only need 1 additional super, and then we hit the quota for the 4 supers in the turn. Let's do 1 super and 2 normals with 7 orbs. Oh, good. Alright, well, we got our 4 for this turn, so that's fine. Alright, so now this is where, hopefully for this point onwards, this part shouldn't be as bad. Okay, so we'll do that. Sadly, no. There's no AGL orbs. Although, does Rodo... Actually, does Rodo seal? Because, yeah, now this is the point where, like, it's getting past those first two phases was the big challenge. But now, this is where the meme comes to life, right? This is where the GT... Oh, Omega seals. This is where the GT bosses team should then shine. Because the fact that we've got the... all this attack lowering. The fact that Omega seals as well. So then ideally, even if we do finish her off with too much damage and we get like the God BULMA, we just active skill with Omega in slot 1. Hopefully he survives getting slot 1 supered. And then he seals her. And because we have an Omega on rotation both turns, it means she'll just be getting sealed every turn from then onwards. So we literally just have to survive the first turn against phase 4 BULMA, and then that's it. GG's. We can transform into Super 17, which, I mean, we should just do that. What's their active skill? Seals the enemy for 1 turn, so that'll be useful later as well, potentially. The fact that Omega takes 50k normals. But yeah, now we just keep hitting her with the 18 keys every turn, so she's just going to be stunned forever. And then all we need to do is do that against the final phase. Is it being at 50% his... Oh yeah, for the revival insurance. I was going to say, is that his active skill, or is it the revive condition? I don't know why, because Omega has... Wait, does Omega... Actually, no. I've completely forgotten Omega's revival condition. Does he have... He doesn't have the one where he has to get killed. Oh, no. I don't want that now. That could have been nice for the last phase, but... This is team-wide, yeah, that's why it has the condition, right? Because most people, if they have the they have to revive and it's only them like that can get killed, then they don't normally have like an HP restriction or something, because then that just makes it even more difficult for them to actually get it. Yeah, this is just annoying because we can like lose out on like the debuffs and stuff. Yeah, only the one Omega gets the buff. Yeah, he doesn't have the if somebody else on the team revives, which is annoying. Especially because it's that kind of thing. Like, they've shown that they can do that now with like the year 6, like UI and Revolution EZAs. Like, they can add that into a unit's passive when they EZA. But obviously this Omega, considering how, like, I mean, I say how new he is. Like, he came out last year for JP and February for Global. But like, he's only just returned for the first time. So it's not like he's going to get an EZA anytime soon. So yeah, that issue won't get fixed for a while. Alright. Yeah, it would have been much better to get the get this against the God BULMA phase if it was actually like a situation where, you know, you had lost a bunch of health or whatever. Getting it now essentially is just kind of like time wasting more than anything, because this isn't a situation where we really like needed to get it. And depending on how hard she's going to hit in slot 1, well, we definitely don't want to lose one of our revivals here, because it's potentially the thing that's going to keep us alive in the last phase. 100k. Well, at least now she gets sealed and attack lowered again, but 100k in slot 1. Yeah, so release after World Tournament Goku, who got the Anybody Revives. Wait, does he? Oh no, yeah, no, I'm thinking of Birdku, who doesn't. Yeah, because that's the thing, is like any unit who's going to be potentially the leader of the team, you do not want them to have the, like, only they revive and they get the buff, because, yeah, it just does not work very well. I mean, I could just put Rildo in slot 1 with all the orbs, I guess, because he is sealed, so... Because not only does that give us a full heal, but then that pushes his defense up, yeah, to 847k, so... And with her sealed and attack lowered, there's no way she's killing him in slot 1. And of course, with the AGL orbs, he gets guaranteed crits as well, because he gets crit chance with type orbs, so you only need a certain number. Okay. Although, yeah, that does mean we... Oh, yeah, that means we lose the condition. Although, actually, this worked perfectly, because we got these guys on the rotation, and they seal with their active skill. Don't they? So... So, yeah, that's it. We just win. Because we can active skill with Omega. And now she's just constantly sealed forever. And that's it. We've won. Because yeah, they can't. And that once you get the seal lock, it's literally if you get to once you get to BULMA, the trickiest part is if she super attacks you in slot 1, then you could just die. But now she's basically sealed every single time. Yeah, and the timing is quite good as well. And yeah, he can stun on the 12 key super, which if we get the addition, I mean, it doesn't matter because she's sealed and attack lowered now anyway. So. But yeah, that's it. Like, because there are events, some events where you can get into this situation. Like it happens in Battlefield a lot with the enemies that can be sealed, and especially if they can be sealed and attack lowered. Because once you get that first one, like put on them, that's it. Like they actually can't do anything else because she's never going to be unsealed. Because every single unit on our team, every rotation has a seal. So she's never going to be unsealed. And of course, because we have an Omega on both rotations, if he gets an additional super, he could stun her as well, which is what happened on the first turn. That's not really necessary, but... At this point, go for Omega's 12 keys. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, the 12 key is a chance to stun, whereas the 18 key is guaranteed seal. And then because the team has so much attack lowering, if we just keep sealing her and attack lowering, we're like guaranteed to win. Whereas if we go for the stun and miss, then she could still super. But yeah, look how much like everyone on the, that's the whole point of the GT bosses like meme, right? Is every single unit on the team pretty much lowers attack. So so that's it. She can't do anything. She's been sealed and just attack lowered like 50 times. Even Frieza and Cell at this point should take double-digit damage. Like, so yeah, now we just have to actually kill her. Which is the thing, the GT bosses team doesn't exactly do like insane damage, but because yeah, the friend is the weird like 85%, and then my LR Omega's 55%. Everybody else on the team is Rainbow. But yeah, the teaser for the Dokkan Fest should be tomorrow, and then the full info should be Thursday, because the unit should be in, like, we got maintenance on Thursday, and once the maintenance is over, it's essentially a data download as well, right? The info on the new character, all the files for the new character should be in the game, like, after that maintenance. So they'd have to do the Twitter reveals and stuff, really, on Thursday, otherwise the maintenance is going to end, and then everybody's going to see the character anyway, right? So it makes sense to do, because the time that the Twitter reveals would be is basically half an hour before the maintenance ends. So that makes sense, right? They do the reveals and everything on Twitter, show the unit information, show the animations, and then half an hour later the maintenance is over. All the files are in the game, but we've already seen the character, and then the banner comes out on Friday morning. So yeah, she's got like negative attack stat at this point. So yeah, it's funny for the GT bosses team, it's really like, because of so many status effects, it is literally just get through the first two phases, get the rainbow orbs, get the additional supers, and then you're kind of like good to go. We definitely got very lucky with like having the Cell and Frieza on that first turn against STR BULMA, so we could just use their active skill, and then she's just stunned, and then that was it. Like, and we just stunned her as well, so with Cell and Frieza. So are we going to kill her this turn? We should kill her this turn, I think. That's the only downside, like I said, is the GT bosses team is not exactly crazy for damage. Like, BULMA doesn't have an insane amount of HP, but the GT bosses team, not exactly the strongest damaging team in the game. Alright, next turn. Yeah, tomorrow definite for something, even if it is literally just the teaser, because that's all it could be tomorrow, is we could literally just get the thing in the news that says like a new Dokkan event is coming. That could be like the only thing that we see tomorrow, but at the bare minimum it will be that. But yeah, this is why like people argue about BULMA being like, is it the hardest fight in the game or is it not? Because the gimmicks are super annoying, especially for the first two phases. And if you do get the STR BULMA for the final phase, she is tough. But like, any event where you can apply all the status effects is obviously not going to be as hard as events where you can't do that. Because as we saw here with like the Cell and Frieza and stuff like that, a lot of characters have active skills and stuff that will do status effects, which means you get to do that before you even start taking your turn. I can't believe she's still alive. But now we will kill her. Took long enough, but Garlic Jr. shunned. I think Garlic Jr. would be fine, as because we could get the easy A for the Int one, the easy A for the AGL Gohan, easy A for the Piccolo and Goku, that we know is coming at some point because there was the update in the files. But yeah, there we go. LR Omega finishing off BULMA. That's the the icing on the cake, there would be Omega that finishes her off. But yeah, there you go. So GT bosses, no items versus BULMA. The meme team. The good old, the meme of BULMA has become a GT boss's victim. But yeah, there you go. So Omega is back for the first time. Don't buy him with coins. He's not very good. The GT bosses team is not very good, but I thought we would do this run just for fun. So there you go. That is going to be the end of the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.